All right, Matthew Margimai. This video is centered around 30. Around 30, I'll put the link up here. Around 30 is a video centered around that age space. Those who are coming into 30 and those who are a little bit far away from it. We want to talk about things that we've not been pre-informed. And that's about the quarter-life crisis, which a whole lot of us will deal with, even if you've not dealt with it before, but that's not dealt with you. Okay, so we've had 2 or 3 invited guests. One of them spoke about a suicidal case, another a rape case. And the third person, how I was sorting wealth from diabolical means. And now I have Sinmi Williams.
Hi.
Okay. I want to say something, but I'll reserve it till the end of the video, right? This woman right here is quite knowledgeable and well experienced. Life has, I'm sure, has dealt with her.
Showed me premium shiggy.
Premium what?
If I won't say.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
she will share some with us. Alright, so the moment of truth. A question for Sinmi is not too much. Maybe 2 or 3. But if you notice that the question gets much, it's caused by her, not me. I'll make sure it's 2.
Wahala. Okay.
Sinmi, obviously you're an attractive woman. Beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
This talk right here is about sensuality, your sexual life in that age space.
Okay.
You're single.
I am single.
Yeah. And I'm sure it comes with its own pressure.
Yeah,
I'll put another video up here that talks about the pressure for single women who are 31. So, Sinmi, how have you been able to cope with proposals from young men and old adults? Because, like I said, you're attractive, you're beautiful, and some of those proposals are not really proposals for marriage. You just want to take care of them. So, how have you been able to cope?
Okay. One of the ways that I've been managing this is knowing what I actually want in a man. So that helps me to filter who I should be entertaining and who I shouldn't be entertaining. And the fact that I know what I want has actually saved me a lot of trouble and headache. And anyway, because when I see you knocking at my door, quote unquote, trying to get with me, and I ask you certain questions and I see how you handle those questions, I already know that we have no future together. I don't even do trial and error. Let's see where it goes. No, you've already asked me those questions, and I see the way you reason, and I see that you have really no future ambition, right? You don't have anything going on for you, and all you are about to just cruise and vibes. I'm way past cruise and vibes. I'm no longer in my teenage years. So I'm looking for something serious. And most of the guys nowadays are not looking for anything serious. They just want to play around, hang out, and all of that. And I'm not for that. I am not for that at all. So knowing what I want has really helped me to manage advances. And 2, the advances are not so many anyway. If you're thinking it's in the hundreds, it's a lot. I literally hear crickets in my DMs, which means nothing, because people look at the beautiful lady who is tall and fine and all that, and they assume that she's in a relationship. Yeah. Or she can't be possibly single. It's not possible.
It's not possible.
Hello. The same mindset you have, the same mindset Chinedu has, and Musa has, and all that. So when every guy that sees you has that mindset, definitely you will know that no one is going to come, because you believe that I'm Roma or loving girl, and that's not the case.
Okay.
Beautiful ladies are actually way more lonely than those that are, say, average looking ladies, because the mindset is that you can't be this beautiful and be single. But you'll be shocked. You really will be shocked. So
yeah, you are single.
And I am single as letter I, really, like single to support. So yeah, I guess you get.
No, I don't want to shoot my phone. No, don't ask me to, because I feel she's way more than I can bear.
No, well, I don't know what that means anyways, but let's move on.
Okay, so there's this thing that I'd seen. I don't know if it's just me. I feel women are starting to hit men, and I don't know what the implication of that is. I can't tell, but why? I feel women are just fighting men. Of course, I can maybe tell why, but it's like too much. I can feel the heat.
Yeah, and I think it's vice versa, right? Women are fighting men, men are fighting women. But the thing with men's fight with women is the fact that it's not direct, it's not forward, it's not all up in your face. It's very subtle. It's more like a civil war, like Ogunabele. They are fighting you by chopping your eye and showing you premium shege. That is what men are doing. But for the females are really like bearing arms and going, we are equal with you. You cannot tell me what to do. I'm in control of my life. I don't even need men, this kind of thing. And this gender war started way before now.
Okay.
We are only just now seeing the manifestation. Yeah. I think the African culture is such a patriarchal culture that subjugates women, sees women as properties, and just relegates women to the background, right? Forgetting that women are also independent individuals who should have agency and the ability to choose what they want for their lives. So because women have been subjugated for so long and they have been relegated to the post of just homemakers, child bearers, and nurturers, forgetting that they are individuals who also have their place on this planet.
Yeah.
A lot of our mothers grew up with this sense of resentment, sort of, in a way that saw them not really enjoying their marriage, but enduring it. So most of our mothers persevered before bed most of the things our fathers did to them, all in the name of you need to laugh for Riti and all that. Now, for millennials, that is people from 1980s downwards, we saw this growing up. Most of us saw our parents, our mothers particularly, maltreated by their husbands. Most of our mothers sacrificed their lives for their husbands, and the man ended up cheating on them, walking away from them with the children, leaving them to suffer. A lot of children my age, your age, probably went through intense hardship because the father, the man of the house, didn't really live up to his responsibility as a man. And having seen that, most of us swore, maybe even subconsciously, that there is no way on this planet that a man is ever going to do this to me. There is no way a man is going to do this to me. So if you see hyper independent women nowadays saying that, hell no, you have a say in your life, I have a say about my life, don't get to tell me what to do. It's coming from a place of anger, resentment, bitterness, hatred. And I think this hatred is just a feeble way. I call it feeble because it's not really going to get the results you're looking for.
Okay.
I call it feeble, right?
All right.
It's a feeble way of fighting back at years and years of suppression, oppression of the female gender. Just because we feel like we are powerless, and this is the only way we know to get back at our oppressors, so to say, which are the men, right? So years and years of trauma, pain, and abuse and hurt has now spiraled into this big elephant, like big lion. Lion is more fierce. Big lion.
Elephant is bigger.
But elephant is more muted. Lion is just all up in your face, like claws and all, tear at you and all that. So that's why women are now like, okay, so if you say men can cheat, I also can cheat as well. And you will cheat 10 times better than you do, because I can really sleep with 10 men right now and you wouldn't even know, right? If you said that you can serve me breakfast or you can go with my money, I will also collect it and make you my mugu, because I can do the same thing you feel you can do. So it's our feeble way of fighting back at the masculine gender and all. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really pay either of us. Does it pay the guys? Does it pay the girls? Because we can't do without you people.
You can't do without you,
and you can't do without us too. So until we come to a place where we can actually compromise, I feel like society and our lives are going to keep being miserable, because a lot of people are miserable, really. And I find I makes everybody go blind. A lot of people are blind right now because breakfast is the order of the day. People are just wicked for no reason. In fact, the hashtag is stay wicked.
I ain't doing that. Just back.
It's not okay. Okay, that's peace though.
Yes,
but this is stay wicked.
Yeah, I'm saying peace. Okay. You stay wicked, I'll say peace.
Yeah.
Alright, so are we not supposed to be fighting a system in the real sense? A system that is already in place, not the gender in the real sense.
Okay, so who made the system?
I can't say it's the male gender. It's just something we cannot really tell who the originator is, I feel. But it's just that everyone carries the message. It's a message, it's a system. So that's why it lasts for long. If it's just a set of belief for a certain set of people, I feel that can fade away with time. For instance, there are lots of religions that have come up and then fade away with time because it's just a set of people who believed it. But now it's looking like a whole thing carried from generation to generation to generation. So you can't really fight the people. You can, like I feel that an effective way is to talk about that particular thing. The more we talk, the more we disempower what is already empowered. We won't take power away from it, I feel. All right. I don't know if that makes any sense. Okay. Yeah, I feel, yeah.
Okay, but I also feel, very quickly, I also feel like you really can't fight that which you can see. what you can fight is you're the nearest person to you, right? If you're in danger, for example, you're drowning in the sea, you're trying to get out of the sea, but then there's someone coming to the sea to save you. I don't know if you've seen a rescue attempt from water.
Yeah.
You can actually drown the person coming to save you because yes. So we all are trying to survive, and at the end of the day, it's survival of the fittest. So if I can exterminate you to ensure that I keep surviving, then that's what I'm going to do. So I feel like that is what is coming into play here. Like, fine, the system is there. Females have been told what to do with their lives all their lives. Like, from birth, you don't even have a life of your own. You're expected to be married at a certain age, get married, just at a certain age. You don't have a say. People have the right to your body, what you wear, what you look like, how you should talk.
You're supposed to
collected her word from President Buhari the other day.
Yeah.
They said she was rude because of how she bounced out. And I'm like, these people must just have something to say, because this person is a female.
Interestingly, I didn't consider the news when I read it. I'm like, these people don't have work.
What is it? Why does the system hate women so much?
I don't think it does so much, because see, if we talk about this expressly, I'll have to tell you the thing that males are also going through, and eventually we have to just pity one another, because we don't really have to fight one another. Believe me, trust me. Okay, so okay, so knowing that you're single, because I am too, I've been informed lots of times that man has basic needs. And you and I the other day were talking about Abraham Maslow, hierarchy of needs. On the base starts from food, need for food, water, and shelter. The number 2, I think, is for security, right? The number 3 is for love and affection. And number 4, how did I cram those things? I know number 5 is self-actualization. Right. Now, does it mean that you will need a man in your life, I will need a woman in my life before I can get what is called affection? Like, have you been able to cope with affection? Because right now, because I'm self-aware, I know I need it a lot, because I've been void of it while growing up. So I can tell you how I've been able to do my job. You guys cares about you, people want to know about you. I still have a lot of videos to tell these people about me, right? I've been doing that.
Okay, so what you just asked me is it's really dicey, because again, this is Africa. Show of affection is regarded as weakness. You probably all grew up in homes where affection wasn't demonstrated or expressed. Your dad never probably hugged you. Your mom never said "I love you." So we all grew up with this void in our hearts as children. Like, nobody really showed us how much they love us and all that. So the next thing we're aspiring to were our romantic relationships. But then you get into romantic relationships, and then it's premium breakfast and shege. So what you then decide to do is to stay single and just keep to yourself. But then your needs are your needs, and your heart wants what it wants. When you want affection, you want affection.
He wants what he wants.
So if you're asking me how I deal with my desire for someone to rub against, or for someone to hold me and just tell me they love me and all that, I'll say that I have shut it down. I have shut that part of myself down, because I'm like, if you cannot control something, it's unnecessary to keep worrying about it and be pining for what you don't have. Because I can't walk up to a random stranger on the road and say, can we be friends with benefits? I don't do that, right? So what I just do is I console myself with, I guess I'm prepared for my husband, and when he comes, I'll have all the love in the world, and I move on. That is just what I can do for now, because what else do you do? Because I have male friends, right? I have male friends, and I can hang out with any of them and just, have them fill that place until the man comes around. But then things get complicated. When you start introducing romantic undertones to your friendship with the person of the opposite gender, things get complicated. And unfortunately, I'm an attractive, beautiful lady. I know that. When that happens with a guy, you start to send the wrong messages. They'll be like, she's giving me green light, whereas it's not green light. So in order to avoid stories that touch anyway, and all those problems and heartaches, I just decided to just not explore that area for now, until I find that person that I can then commit to and then have my needs fulfilled.
Has it been easy?
Hello, loneliness is a thing, yeah. It hasn't. I'll be lying if I say it has. It totally has not been easy. Trust me. There are days I feel like, oh my God, I wish someone just tell me they love me or call me babe, But I just shrug it off and I move on regardless, because life has to continue, and I just have to get used to the idea that there's really nobody for now that I can do that with. So there's really nothing I can do about the situation.
I'm here for you. I got you.
No, you don't get me. You don't get me.
All right. So now that we're talking about this, so I realized, because I have loads of single friends, with ladies especially, and now that we're talking about it, it kind of occurred to me why they do what they do. I see many of them walk into the office like, Matthew, how are you? Can I just hug you? And then we're just like that for long minutes, And somehow I should be scared that what if someone walks into the office and just feels we are I don't know, how Africans can be. And but at that point, when I feel she's the one that needed that, somehow I get healing too. I'd be like, okay.
I'll give you therapy.
Oh my God.
It is therapy.
All right. So when I asked that question, I was expecting that you're going to say that you may not get all your affections or your affectionate need, the same thing like that, met totally, but there are one or two other ways that can be met. I don't know. I think friends also have a strong role to play in all
my friends want to date me.
Oh.
So that's an unfortunate scenario. So I can't be like that with them as well, because I don't feel safe enough to be like that around them. I don't think that they will make something of it. I don't trust that I can be that way around my male friends, because one time or the other they've expressed liking me, I want to be with me like that, and I had said no. So if I just said I need a hug, that can be like green light, and I'm like, no, it's not green light, so I just want your hug. I don't want them to feel used, because that's another thing. When a guy asks you and you say no, and then you're like, can I hug you? He can start having feelings like, how this girl's not using me sharp. So I just don't want any complications for my life right now. I've been burnt way too many times that I'm just trying to keep my sanity and my peace, and that means depriving myself of the affection I need right now to keep the peace.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I'm doing. Thank you so much.
Literally, the safest relationship right now is family relationship. Because I mean, my friends, if my friends are not a safe landing for me, then who else is?
Well, yeah, family.
Are there no friends who will just be there for you genuinely? Have we lost touch of that in the world right now?
I'm afraid so. Yeah. And it's sad, actually. It is sad that you really can't be. There's some who are lucky. There's some ladies who are lucky enough to have friends who got them, like, I'm like, with this, like, bestie kind of people. And when I say bestie, I'm not saying bestie that are shifting pants. No, like actual real OGs who got each other's backs and they're there for each other through thick and thin and all that. There's that, and I love that for them. For the most part, I don't know why. We have lost the art of building long-lasting bonds and sustaining it over a long period of time without things getting complicated. I don't know what is responsible for this. Maybe technology, maybe the phones, maybe...
Come on, don't blame that guy.
I don't know. I mean, we chatted for a long time on WhatsApp. When it comes to building one-on-one relationships and maintaining that, we somehow have lost that art. We don't know how to do that anymore. So
I feel, because we are not able to hold... Many of us lack the skill. I don't know if it's a skill or whatever. It can be, of course, learned. Skill of holding long conversations, creating bonds, creating community, and somehow I'm afraid for marriage. I am so afraid. I don't know about you. Are you?
Oh yes, I am afraid, because you will see that this is very fundamental to a lot of people these days, where you're unable to hold space for the other person, be the other person's safe space, be there for that person through thick and thin. You have lost that sense of community where we are able to forge deep friendships over a long period of time. So then what we do is, when people offend us, we cut them off. There's a little inconvenience, we say get out.
Social media is not helping.
Cut off toxic people.
Twitter.
Toxic people gotta go. Twitter. So we talk about mental health. If you're affecting our mental health, you have to go. Not to make light of mental health, really, really important, but still, we are bound to rub on each other wrongly at one time or the other, but then we need to be able to have the tolerance to actually forbear each other's wrongs and all that. Now, we then carry that into marriage. Imagine someone who is very intolerant going into marriage where your patience will be tested to the last, right? Yeah. So I'm not surprised that marriages are crashing these days, because you see that even friendships are not that deep anymore. You say you're friends with someone, but then you hate them, you don't like them to prosper, you are envious of their success and all that. So definitely, if you get married to your spouse, you see that you are competitive with your spouse. You see them as an other person, not an extension of yourself. And when they offend you, you are very quick to say, you know what, I don't have the energy or the mental health, whatever, to deal with this BS. So yes, I'm out. divorce is definitely going to be the order of the day. And having seen that this is the trend, the next generation after this is going to be worse. Not to be a prophet of doom, but if this is what's currently obtainable, I am so scared for the next 10 years. You know, for this generation, I'm so scared for all of us, actually.
Okay, so I feel that instead of putting all the blame on the Gen Z, right? I said that I feel we should also own up our own part of the equation, because I've observed that values are transferred from one generation to the other. So the millennials, what have you guys done wrong that you did not pass enough value to the Gen Z? So I don't know if I should apologize on our behalf, but I just feel that we should now learn to. Yeah, I read that book, Joshua Harris. Is it Sin is not a problem?
Sex is not a problem, lost is.
Sex is not a problem, lost is. So when I was asking about affection and all of that, how you get your affection needs met, a lot of people are quick to assume that it is sexual. There are lots of young guys, Gen Z, millennials too, having sex on the premium, and yet they do not have their needs met, and it's crazy. So it's not just in this. It's not just in the sex. It's all in first the values, right?
You know what's standing out to me? What I'm really getting right now, yeah?
What?
The baby boomers or Generation X actually raised this millennial generation, right? And I feel like you really cannot give what you lack.
Okay.
I feel
because we don't have it.
We don't have what we call values, and not necessarily the true values an individual should embody. We are talking about values, we're talking about respect, integrity, character, kindness. These are values an individual should embody. But the African culture, the values that are taught, we are taught oppression in form of respect. Because what Africans perceive as respect is actually oppression. Because if you talk about respect as a whole, awesomely, respect means that the respect, it's not a respecter of persons anyway. Respect is not a respecter of persons, which means that whether you are older or younger, everybody is deserving of respect. But in the African culture, we are taught that your opinions don't count as a younger person, but as long as an older person dishes out some words, you definitely have to respect them just because they are older. Whether they are smart or wise or not is not a question, but the fact that they are older than you, they should be respected. Now, these are some of the faulty value systems that we have and that we have imbibed, right? And when you as an individual, your value system is already faulty, it means you are dysfunctional. And if you are dysfunctional, you're getting married, you're going to be raising dysfunctional children. Guess who are dysfunctional children? Millennials. And guess who they are raising? Dysfunctional Gen Zs. I guess that's where it's all.
And then Gen Z, Gen A, Gen Beta, B.
Ah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what's coming up to Gen
Alpha,
Z.
Beta.
Where are you going to be by then?
I don't know.
Okay.
Right. So we all. Should I assume that we all are dysfunctional?
Yeah.
Whoa.
To a very large extent.
That's big. We all need therapy. Even if therapy needs therapy. All right. Okay.
I believe so.
Okay. So the first place where you get introduced to values is supposed to be the family. But the family right here, the two people coming together are dysfunctional. Now we've said the problem, but what solution are we preferring? Teachability. I feel if both parties are willing to point out not just each other's wrong, but to talk about what can be obtainable, not just sticking with what is, because what is what we call reality. Most times our reality is also in what we do not have, but it's obtainable, right? So I'm hoping to say that we're in a generation that has access to loads of information yet.
And most ignorant.
We are just in doings we are far. And because we've also been taught that giving money the most important value of all, and I agree. And so everyone is just about money, and we don't care about any other value that can be used as a means of exchange in any family matter. And so you discover that you have all the money yet, you're just lacking many other things. You just discover that many other things are not working. And you're confused and you're saying, but I have the money. So the question is, knowing that other things are missing, don't you feel that you should find answers to them? Oh, you're expecting that I should give you answers? No. I discovered a long-lasting solution to answers to one's problem lies in you asking the questions and sorting out the answers for yourself. Most of the knowledge I hold today, many are about 8, 10, 12 years old, 12 years rather, and they still have this firm in mind, this old in the brain, because I sought out the answers. even the project I use in my university, whatever it is, I still have to because I did the research, I did the work. So that should be your own work, you know. Alright, so Sinmi, it's good to. Do you have any other thing you want to tell the audience?
Okay, yeah. So what I would just like to say is that as an individual, you really cannot help the entire world. You cannot help the whole community. But what you can do in your space is that you should actually work on yourself. And how do you do this? Everybody has patterns, dysfunctional patterns. I've got mine, I know I do, right? And you've got yours as well. So if you are going to be interacting with people, if you can't help them solve their problems, please do not add to it. If you know that you're not ready for a relationship and you will be serving another person breakfast, be a better person. Don't even try it at all until you heal, until you're in a space where you can be responsible to that person and make their lives better instead of making it worse. If you cannot better the lives of people around you, please do not make it work. I think that is the whole essence of humanity. Being your brother's keeper. And it starts from not serving them breakfast. Thank you.
Alright, Miss Sinmi. Okay, so Miss Sinmi Williams, thank you for honoring our invitation short notice.
Pleasure is all mine. Pleasure is all mine. Thank you for having me on the show. I really am honored to be on your show, on your YouTube channel. Matthew, you are shaking tables on this place. And I really, really, really like the time that you're going to places that people don't want to go. You're talking about controversial topics.
Okay.
And I believe that in the next coming years, you'll be one of the voices that will be the loudest because we actually need people like you to talk about things that we don't want to talk about.
Wow.
So thank you for having me.
Okay, that's lovely. I'm humble. Alright. So I'll be dropping Sinmi's link, Instagram handle, Twitter, and YouTube channel. You want to check her out. She's, I'll say coach, but she does not like to be addressed that way. But you're what? A student of life?
A student of life.
We all are student of life. Come on, tell me some other things.
No, all are not students.
She has particular specialization. She has a niche. And you want to follow her up, alright? Because I have been a student.
As I have you as well.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, and another thing I did not say earlier, or that I avoided, was that Sinmi is my crush. I idolize her. I like her. I like her skills. I like the fact that she's confident about anything she wants to talk about. She does not hold back, and she's a radio presenter. Are you still functional?
I'm a media personality, radio, video, MC. I'm there.
What's there not to like about her?
Thank you.
Right, and if she can't stand up right now, if you check her height, she has that height.
5 feet 8 inches. In case you were wondering, you're welcome.
So please slide into our DM and tell me you can be the lucky guy. This could be the video
it's a free advert.
Gets you all locked in and all of that.
Oh my god.
I love you and I want good for you.
Thank you.
So, alright, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you have to, because the way the algorithm works is such that when you do all of those things, it gets the video also to another person who may probably benefit from it. Like always, I love you guys. It's because of you that I'm here. This is a gold community we're building. Comment is very, very important in the comment section below. Do not forget to go check her out. She's doing outstanding work. See you guys. Bye. Yeah.
Peace.
We are millennial Gen Z.
Yep.
I do not want to claim millennial Gen Z.